Hi, this is Aiyana again. Welcome back to my channel. So today I was going to try something new again. So I'm still going to continue to post coloring, stimming, and ASMR. Hopefully by this point you've seen the wonderful bubble wrap ASMR and the combined stim and ASMR, the like pink brush. I hope that was very soothing. And also at this point you should have seen not quite the conclusion of the geometric design, but we're so close, and also the chopsticks. So those are the videos that you should have seen recently. Oh, and the reading of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland as well. So those are the most recent uploads. But today I thought about just doing some like low-tech, vintage, safe for work gaming. So a lot of people are familiar with gamers who go on Twitch and they, stream like recent PC games or Switch games or even DS games of like various generations that they have like a whole setup for, and or they have a digital file. But this, obviously, it's a real physical thing. I actually have a Game Boy Pocket. There's a Game Boy Color as well, but I just didn't feel like getting batteries for it. Maybe next time. But I thought about just doing some low-tech vintage gaming just for the nostalgia. You can watch. Some people have honestly never seen a Game Boy or a Game Boy Color or a Game Boy Pocket. They've never seen an original like Pokemon game cartridge even. So what's actually in this one? Let me turn it over. It's actually Pokemon the Special Pikachu edition. So I don't know, how old some of my audience is, but basically back in the day. It's fine though, we love the gay. But back in the day, this is how big the cartridge was. Like today, the picture on this cartridge is actually bigger than the actual cartridge of the games we have today. But in ye olden days, this is how big the cartridge was. And if it wasn't working right away, you blew in it. And you put batteries in the thing because it didn't have its own charge. And this is like a clear pocket, and you can like see like all the like circuits, like circuit board, everything, all the contraptions in it. But yeah, the Pikachu Special Edition Pokemon, was it actually called Pokemon Yellow, or was it just like a Special Edition Pikachu? I don't remember. This is back in the day. Maybe before some of your times, depending on how old you are. Or your early childhood, or your like preteens. I don't know who's watching. But yeah, this was what it was like back in the day. So like when like red and blue, or if you were in Japan, green, when they like released, this was like, well, it wasn't at the same time, but it was after that, but in the same time period, kind of like how Sapphire and Ruby had Emerald, and then Diamond and Pearl had Platinum, things like that. This is like that. This was one of their first like special edition, like third companion. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, but look, it actually has the little slots for like the link, because before you didn't have the internets to hook up automatically through Wi-Fi. You actually had to hook it up with a cable, and you actually like, But yeah, so I haven't actually played on a Pocket. I have played on a Color, and I've played on a Game Boy Advance, but I haven't played on a Pocket. So, there's not that much difference, but we'll see. I also thought, like, as far as the, like, overhead glare from lights, the older Game Boys, they didn't have a backlight, so you had to play in lighting, or you would buy, like, this, like, special additional light you would hook on. Anyway, I've been talking for 4.5 minutes, so I'm gonna shut up. I'm just gonna turn it on. I'm gonna turn it on, and then I'm gonna play for, just 20 or 30 minutes. Just some like low tech, none of this fancy schmancy Twitch or digital files or anything, just taking you back to the like low-tech vintage retro, like back in the day, this is how we did it kind of thing. Gaming in its natural habitat, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up. So I'm gonna put a note in the description actually that after like 5.5 minutes there's no talking, so I'm just gonna do that now, like 5:20. Alright. Okay, that's not good. It's not terrible. It means I have to blow on it. That, and it may need battery soon. Okay, you're testing me. There we go. That's what would happen back in the day. That's what would happen back in the day. You would have to like blow into the cartridge, blow into the machine. I know I said I would stop talking, but I didn't know that we would get a perfect example of what happens when it's completely like vintage and retro or whatever. But I mean, y'all, even when I do talk in this, it's gonna be really low and soft. My natural voice is actually pitched a little bit higher, but not like to an irritating degree. But I'm just trying to keep it like low, soft, neutral. But yeah, like see, this is in black. Yeah, more or less black and white, like grayscale, just like very low coloring. That's how it was. So this one doesn't actually have a file on it. I wonder if I can zoom in. Okay, so I can't actually get any closer. I guess I could hold it up, but then you get the weird glare, so I don't really want to do that. But yeah. This one doesn't actually have a file. So I don't know. It's probably that they erased it. Yeah, there's like an awful glare. I can't do that, so I'm just gonna lay it down. You can just make your screen bigger. I'm just trying to play around with the light and see like what the best area is. I don't even know. Anyway, this is just the first part where he's like, hey, I'm blah de blah. Yeah. Vintage. Anyway. I love the like vintage music. I love this. It's just like vintage. This is what it was like back in the day. Not to sound all old. Yeah, it's just vintage. Smell that vintage. I guess if anything else, even if you think this is dumb, you can like listen to the soft sound of my voice, because I know that some people really like whispering in ASMR. Some people really like whispering. Like whispering creeps some people out, but some people people really like it, so yeah. I can't even tell what he's saying, but that's what the light is for, so you can... If I wasn't filming, I wouldn't care about the glare, but because y'all are seeing it too, I do. Basically, it's the standard introduction of, this is a world of Pokemon, we live with Pokemon. And now he's about to ask for, like, actually, this far back in the day, I don't think they did give you, like, many preference choices, anything. Like, you just got what you got and you were happy with it. So, we're gonna do a new name. And I'm pretty sure, like, back in the day, if I remember correctly, you didn't, like, even pick, like, a gender. Like, I think there was just a dude in the very first game. So, yeah, that's how far we've come. You went from, like, not being able to pick anything to picking gender, to picking your, like, hair and eye and skin color. Like, it's just... and your hair length. Like, you couldn't change anything in the original games, nothing at all. You couldn't change your clothes, you couldn't change your hair, you couldn't change your, like, you know, your eyes. In the new games, you can change your contacts, or, like, get contacts, you can put makeup on. Like, back in the day, the vintage, it was just, the struggle was real. You just did what you had to do, you know? You did what you had to do. So, I'm gonna bring it up really quickly because it is quite dim. I'm sorry for the glare. Let me just... I need to be able to see the letters. I need to be able to put a name in. I'm just gonna put in, you know, Aiyana, because that's who this is. Can you even do lowercase? Oh, they did have lowercase at least. Y'all, it's been so long since I did this. Played one of the older ones. But yeah, I had to pull it up so I could actually see. I love how the options are. I don't know how easily you can see it, but the options are Blue, Gary, or John. So Blue is the one that comes from, like, the manga, you know, the, like, Pokemon Adventures type stuff where you can actually read it. And Gary is what comes from the anime / cartoon that you could watch. I don't know where John came from. I feel like they just, like, threw that in there just cause. I'm trying to decide, who do I want, Blue or Gary? Let's go with Gary. Just because I think Gary sounds so much funnier than Blue. Sorry, I'm just forwarding through, like, a bunch of nonsense where he's like, your journey awaits, you're gonna have you know, a story that you go through, blah blah blah. Gotta go get the potion out of the PC. This is what the graphics was like. This is what the graphics were like. And again, I'm just trying to keep my voice, like, soft, low, neutral. just like our mom is what it's supposed to be. But yeah, this is what we had to deal with. This is what we had to deal with. This is very different from playing on a Switch, as you can see. But yeah, like before, you just, like I said, you had what you had. I love how they just encourage breaking and entering in Pokemon. In Pokemon, they're like, just go into someone's house. I'm just like, I don't think this is the way. He's just like basically telling us we shouldn't go into the wild grass because we can't protect ourselves. Yeah, but this is like vintage. This is what it was like back in the day. I still haven't shut up. I haven't. I'm sorry. Next time I will. Next time I won't talk. Next time I'll go right into it besides the introduction. Sorry, I hit the camera. Gary's basically just being like a whiny, bratty jerk and saying he doesn't want to wait on his grandpa any longer. He's just spoiled. So because he's a brat, he just pushes the main character out of the way and is like, I want it. He's basically just saying, like, since Gary's a brat and couldn't wait and took the Pokemon I set aside for you, you can take the one I just caught even though it's not tame. I'm gonna give it a nickname. I'm gonna name it Peaches so that it's even more embarrassing when we cream people. In glorious combat. Oops. So I named it Peaches because why not? I'm gonna save. There was no autosave back in the day. I feel like that's why so many of us have save anxiety now, because there just wasn't a choice. Gary's just being a brat again and basically saying fisticuffs. He too wants Okay, but why did he get something so adorable? So, look at the animation on this thing. Look at this thing. We only know Thunder Shock and Growl, so we kind of just have to spam it. We don't even have Tail Whip or Quick Attack. We don't have options. Also, like back in the day, there was no legitimate way to get a level 1 Pokemon. Not until Gen 4. And before that, you could only, like, you know? Like, it was weird because you would see level 2s in the wild and you would be like, where are the level 1s? Even, like, in the later games, level 1 is, like, from when you hatch an egg. So, there is no level 0. Level 0 is basically what the egg is, because it's not, born yet. It doesn't have a level. As soon as it's born, it's level 1. But, like, back in the day, that wasn't the case. You had level 5s. Why is everything... So we just learned Tail Whip. The other thing was, back in the day, you had less technical machines. Well, you didn't even have a distinction between technical machines and technical records. And there were less teachable moves. And the, like, move pools were smaller. Okay, so I'm actually going to cut this off here at about 25 minutes. I know that I talked a lot in this video, but I feel like I had to really explain things because it's kind of like introductory information for people who don't know. So I'm just saving my file. But yeah, next time, I wish I could guarantee that I was going to talk less, but I feel like a lot of people who like didn't get to play the original like 3 generations, any of them, there are just things I don't know, so I have to like elaborate on that. So anyway, I'm gonna cut this off here today, but make sure to watch out for the next few videos. For people who like a little bit louder ASMR, I'm gonna do a bell video, and I'm also gonna finish up the geometric floral design, and I will be doing another Alice's Adventures in Wonderland reading soon. I'll do another heron coloring soon, and I'm not sure what point in the future, but I'm gonna do a sand ASMR. It's gonna be really nice, and a whispering one, and have some stimming tools that I'm going to be bringing up in some upcoming videos. So just stay tuned for all of that. Thank you for watching. Please leave a thumbs up on this video if you liked it. If there's anything you want to talk about, bring it up in the comments. And of course, please subscribe to my channel if you enjoy any of the other content. Even if you didn't like this particular video, if you enjoy my other content, my coloring, my ASMR, my stimming, my reading, any of it, subscribe to the channel. And if you click on any of the links in my banner or copy from the description below, you can access the social medias that go with this channel. So there's a Tumblr, a Twitter, I have a Facebook page for this channel, and also there's a Ko-Fi. At some point in the future, I'm also going to start up a TikTok for this. Although mostly TikTok I'll be trying to bring people here so they can see longer, more in-depth content. But again, thank you for watching, and have a great, well, it's the weekend for me, but have a great day.